Alright, hello again. It's Vince here from Hudson Bonsai. Today I've got something fairly interesting, I think, here. This started as a handful of very thin Amur maple seedlings, and I had so many of them that I decided I was going to turn these into a clump style bonsai. So what I did was, wire the trunks together. And I did, you can see all of this kind of weird wiring, and I've got a piece of styrofoam in there just to kind of spread and hold these trunks in that, kind of outward cup shape that I wanted. I did that in the spring, just as kind of an experiment to see if this method would work out. These have actually grown so much that they're starting to shoot roots out from above the wire and through the wire, and bits of bark are starting to push through the gaps in the wire. So I think this wire is fit in, more than enough. It kind of looks to me like the trunks have all fused together in the center. So I'm just going to remove all this wiring and see what it looks like underneath, and maybe I'll have to put something back on, but I'll get to that. Alright, so I hope that's close enough that you can kind of see what I got going on down there. This pot's probably a bit too small. Next year when I repot it, I'll put it into something a lot larger. Like I said, it's just kind of an experiment. There's roots just bursting out from the bottom. The tree's doing very well. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove this bit of upper wire. It was just put here to keep all these trunks, kind of spread out in a fairly even pattern. When I first put this together, they just kind of wanted to flop around all over. They were very small seedlings at the time. Really didn't have a plan when I put all this stuff together. I just kept adding things to make the trees just kind of sit more in the position that I had envisioned. I think I can take this styrofoam out now. And yeah, now I can see down into the center, and all of those trunks have now fused together. I'm not sure what that wire is doing. Just going to start peeling this back. If you can see, these are actually roots, because it's obviously starting to choke the tree. Be as gentle as possible. There are some roots there. They're just tiny little roots. I'm just going to go ahead and snip them off. I don't want them coming from there anyway. Don't think. Yeah, these trunks really swelled a lot more than I was expecting. Wasn't expecting it so quickly.
Not really quite sure. Quite sure what the other end of that wire looks like. Oh, it's kind of like a little hook. I see. These wires are actually coming through the bottom of the pot, and they were fixing the trees in. Just put this wire on. I wrapped the wire before I put them in the pot. And I just went ahead and grabbed a hold of that wire rather than the trunks, or the roots, I'm sorry. So those trunks are definitely fused together. It's quite a bit of wire damage there. I think these trees are quite young, and I'm sure that will probably heal up okay in time. I suppose I could always, try to grow roots from this area, just abandon that lower bit, because they are fused together quite well at this point here. Anyway, kind of the reason for doing that is, I've got this kind of interesting style, but also this trunk is going to thicken up at 6 times the rate that it would if it was just one of these single trees. You can see how thin this trunk is compared to this. So it's kind of an accelerated way to not only get a nice thick trunk, but get this clump style rather than letting it grow very large and then hacking it off and hoping for branches to come from lower down. I've already got all of my branches or trunks right there. So we'll see. I'll have to remember this for next year, that I check this wire a lot earlier. I really wanted to make sure that those trunks fused together, and with the rubber on the wire, I guess I really couldn't tell that it was biting in as far as it actually is, or I didn't notice. Anyway, I still have high hopes for this, and it taught me something. Next year I can use what I learned to, hopefully get an even better result. Thanks for watching. Bye.